Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Juwita Suryani and I'm the student of International Affairs of Islamic Studies Juwita. In this present time, I will explain about the education in Finland and America. Before all, in this segment, we will discuss about the review based on International Journal of Environment and Science Education. And the first explanation is about the profile of Finland, and the second is environmental education, and the third is curriculum 2003 and 2004 of environment education, and the last is of the purpose of environment education. The first explanation is about the profile of Finlandia. The Republic of Finland, located in the northern Europe, bordered by Sweden to the west, and then Norway to the north, and Russia to the east. The capital city of Finland is Helsinki, and the national language of Finland is Swedia. And then the form of environment in Finlandia is parliamentary republic. And the religion in Finland, they have three religions, and the first religion is Christian, the 82%, and then Muslim 0.8%, and then the religion or atheist is 18%. And the currency of Finland is euro. Now we discuss about environment education based on the opinion of some figures. There are 5 figures who are give her opinion about the environment education. The first figure is Panzer and Siebert, and the second is Hungerford and Folk. The third is U.S.A, and the fourth Niikanen and Kinnunen, and the last is Palmer and Neil. The first figure says the environment education is for the part of her stats that guiding pupils to enjoy small and non-material either is important. And the second figure says environment education in Finlandia is active participation is not emphasis enough in environment education, although environment responsible. And then U.S.A says about her opinion about in environment education, knowledge construction is important because if a person knows the consequence, she or he is more aware and call more attention to her or his behavior. And Niikanen and Kinnunen, they give the opinion about environment education is positive nature experience in early childhood, develop nature sensitivity, environment awareness, attitude, and conception can be changed by using regular experience. And the last figures, they have 3 opinions about the environment education. The first is education about the environment, which is building awareness, understanding, and the skill necessary. And the second is education in the environment, were learning a course outside the classroom in nature. And the third is education for the environment, which has a subject related to nature conservation and sustainable development. Next explanation is about the goal of environment education in Finlandia. They have to help individuals and community acquire the knowledge, values, attitude, and practical skills to participate in a responsible and effective way in anticipating and solving environment problems and in management of the quality of the environment. And the environment education in Finland have a national core curriculum for basic student and secondary student. For basic student, they have based on the curriculum 2004, and the secondary school based on curriculum 2003. Here the experience from the journal says the national curriculum core for basic students, they have 5 aspects. That the first is understand the prerequisites to human well-being, the necessity of the environment protection, and relationship between the two. And the second is learn to observe change taking place in the environment and human well-being. And the third is learn to evaluate the impact of their consumption in daily practice. And the fourth is learning to promote well-being in their own communities and understand their true and potential for well-being at the global level. And the last is come to understand that through their choice, individual contribute both their own futures and our own futures, learn to act constructively for a sustainable future. Next. The national curriculum for secondary school, based on curriculum 2003, they have 12 aspects for the exploring, analyzing, exploring problems related to the population growth, poverty and hunger, assessing the cycle of the substance and energy in the environment and production system. Next, the pondering on the characteristic of economic growth, and then studying business, enterprises, and technologies to fulfill the principle of sustainable development and learning, and then determining the ways in which human activity, and the last is rehearsing the practice of the sustainable lifestyles. Next explanation is about the purpose of environment education in Finland. The first purpose, they have to foster environmental sensitivity, and the second purpose is to promote a responsible lifestyle, and the third is solving problems based on their own age of level, and the last purpose is they acquire information through their own sense via investigation, traveling, and playing. Next. Now we are going to talk about education in U.S.A. Next. In this segment, we will include a discussion in the Journal of International Education Studies. The first explanation is about profile of the U.S.A. The second, curriculum development of U.S.A. The third is curriculum dimension of U.S.A. Development of informal and formal pedagogic strategies, and the last is conclusion. Next. The first explanation is about the profile of U.S.A. The capital city of the U.S.A. is Washington, D.C. And the total area of the U.S.A. is 9,834, and the national language of U.S.A. is English, United States, and from environment, Republic, constitutional, federal, and presidential. And the religion of the U.S.A. they have 4 religions. The first is Christians, for 71%, and then Yahudi 1.9%, and then Muslim 0.9%, and atheist 22.8%. And the currency of the U.S.A. is dollar. Next. Now we are going to talk about the curriculum development. Curriculum development in U.S.A. Is a process which going through different stages and is undertaken after every specific period defined by an additional institution concerned. Curriculum development in U.S.A. referring to education leadership, and then graduate competencies, and then environment variables, and the last is pedagogic strategies. Next. And the U.S.A. they have a curriculum dimensions refers to soft skills and hard skills. The soft skills, the first is international experience, the second is music, the third is dance, the fourth is culture, the fifth is language, and the last is community service. And for the hard skills is basic education, and then disciplinary education, the third is general education, and the last is cross disciplinary. About the pedagogical methods, U.S.A. have informal and formal methods. For informal methods, they have 12, and formal they have 6 aspects. The first for formal is case-based learning, and the second is collaborative learning. The third is project-based learning. The fourth is problem-oriented learning. The fifth is service-based learning, and the last is research. And informal, they have open classroom discussion, and the second is report writing. The third is verbal presentation. The fifth is lecturing, and then brainstorming and role play, question and answer, memory-based learning, observation, pilot visits and study tours, social meeting and gathering, and the last is interview. Next. Okay, this is the last, the conclusion of the development curriculum in U.S.A. Curriculum development costs money, is risky as a strategy, time consuming, but the direct and indirect benefits derived from it are the higher for all, current and potential beneficiaries. And then development education curriculum is not an easy path, especially in the current global and changing work environment. And this paper concludes that in order to approach integrated curriculum development in institutions or higher education system, several factors should be taken into careful consideration. Okay, I think enough about my explanation from the journal, from the international journal. I beg your pardon if I have some mistake. And the last I said you, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.